We are Team 7 Paralinear Solutions. Paralinear Solutions are a team of young innovative minds that enjoy problem solving. We focus on being client-centered and brainstorm possible solutions to their issues. We strive to be consistent, punctual, and try to always ensure that we keep a high standard when it comes to communication between each other and external stakeholders. Now, introducing the team.
Good day, my name is Michael Forsler, and for the project of 370 I was the team lead, a lead developer and a system analyst. 370 has taught me a lot throughout this year. It has taught me, one, that business analyst, development, project management, all of that is extremely challenging tasks throughout a company, but in the end it is the most rewarding as you feel very accomplished once you've reached your goals and outputs that you've said you were going to finish. Finishing goals on time is one of the best feelings, even though it was rough getting there, but finishing those goals also ultimately teaches you so much more in terms of what you think you know and what you don't know, and the challenges that it comes along with. My favorite part of 370 was most probably developing the system, as this is my strong suit. I enjoy coding a lot. I love challenging myself for it. I love seeking and being able to perceptualize and conceptualize my goals and the way I think things should be done, and realizing that the way I think sometimes isn't always correct of how it should be done. The most challenging part for 370 was most probably the documentation for me, because it's not one of my strong suits, so I really had to sit down and force myself to work with that and make sure it was done to the best of the ability that I could get it done. And as for what it taught me, it's taught me how much documentation is important for developing a system, as the backtracking makes coding that much more easier.
Hi, my name is Amore Rousseau. The most important thing I learned during this project was critical thinking and problem solving. Our team faced a few issues that forced us to come up with out-of-the-box solutions and to approach the issues from a different angle. My favorite part of the project was designing the user interface for our website.
Hi, my name is Vincent Yu, and I am an informatics student at the University of Pretoria. I had the privilege to be part of the Paralinear Solutions team along with Amare Rousseau, Michael Forsler, and Matthew Falkman. My favorite part of the project was the business analyst aspect, to be able to understand the client's problem and develop a possible solution. The challenge we faced was the steep learning curve and the massive workloads we had to take on. However, experience is invaluable to me because I learned so much, and I feel like I have so much more to learn.
Hi, my name is Matthew Feldman. I was fortunate enough to be a part of Team 7 with my fantastic teammates Michael, Amare, and Vincent. That made my overall INF 370 experiences very memorable. My favorite part of the project was the initial planning and problem solving of the system, trying to figure out how to convert our client's paper-based system to a functioning online system. Was very challenging, but overall very rewarding in the end when we managed to complete it and program it.
Team 7 had the wonderful opportunity to work with Gohvan Construction. Gohvan Construction is a small company that works within the northern parts of Pretoria within Gauteng. They can, however, expand to further over the country depending on what their client requests. Gohvan Construction primarily works with cell phone network providers such as Vodacom, and Vodacom is their client 99% of the time. What Gohvan Construction does is set up cellular network towers for multiple different types of sites. The different types of sites primarily are greenfield, share site, temporary site, and rooftop site. A greenfield site is a site that is a completely brand new plot of land that holds a brand new cell phone tower for very permanent times. A temporary site will be for smaller locations such as a mining field site where they only need cellular network for a certain amount of time. A share site will be when Gohvan Construction maintains or develops a cell phone tower on a site that has a different cellular network provider, and a rooftop site will be installing cellular network capability towers on top of company buildings.
In this section, we'll look at the main system objectives required by the Gohvan Construction Company. with a brief overview of its initial system, the problems with those systems, and addressing those problems. The Gohvan Construction Company did not have a system in place. The Gohvan Construction Company made use of a paper-based system and required extensive human interaction. This presented Gohvan Construction with a few problems, such as the lack of automation, susceptibility to human error, digitization, inefficiency, the lack of file management, and only a paper-based human resource management system. To address these problems, the Paralinear Solutions team had to perform an extensive business requirement analysis, and we found that automation is the main objective to eliminate repetitive, labor-intensive value chain activities by automating as many processes as possible. To prevent user error, principles such as validation and verification were put in place. Data integrity is very low due to the resubmission of details by various parties in the lifecycle. Since Gohvan Construction makes use of a paper-based system, digitization will help improve their workflow. Most of the current activities require paper-based data collection, resulting in reduction of data integrity. To improve efficiency, integrating departments to provide a centralized system that works efficiently between various applicable parties. The company also requires a proper file management system, as they are only paper-based right now, so there is no way to actually track the files that they store on their system. The company also requires a human resource management of all employee details, contracts, and compliance documents.
The system Paralinear Solutions created for Gohvan Construction is a project management system. Now we will look at the functional requirements.
To log into the system, you need to enter an email address or username and a password. Only an administrator can create a new user account, so employees cannot create their own account. I will demonstrate what it looks like if I type in the wrong password. It'll show a message saying that my password is incorrect. Now let's say I forgot my password. I can click on the forgot password. I then need to enter my email address that is connected to the account. The system will then confirm if the email address is in the system. And then it will send me a one-time PIN to my phone number. The user can then enter their one-time PIN. If I type in my PIN wrong, for example, it will show that the PIN is incorrect. If I type in the correct PIN, it will now allow us to change our password. So if I enter my previous password, it will not allow me to enter my previous password. So I'll create a new password quickly. And there my password has been successfully created. Now I can log in with that new password. To create a new project, the user must first fill in a TSS form. The user does so by adding the plus button on the project page. Once the user has filled in the TSS form, a new project will be created and it will look like this. It shows all the things that still has to be completed for the project. It shows the project progress as well as the status. The status is currently TSS created because we just created the TSS. Now the user can start creating a quote or editing the technical site survey. So if we go to edit, you'll see that all the information that we just filled out is here, and then the user can edit whatever they need to change. It also displays the photo and just general details. So if the user wants to change something like, let's say they added the site location wrong, so let's make that 15 Happy Road, and we click save. Click yes. It will now have updated the location. The user can also now submit the TSS, but once the TSS is submitted, the user cannot edit the survey anymore, just so that people can't go back on projects and change things that they shouldn't change. Okay. So now I'm going to submit the technical side survey. I'm happy. I edited what I needed to edit. So let's submit it. There you go. And the technical site survey is submitted. So really quick, once the technical site survey has been submitted, it will send an email to all the appropriate parties. Because I have more than one account with the same email address, I got a few emails all for different accounts, but it's the same email just saying that the technical site survey has been submitted, and it also gives the coordinates of the project.
Once the technical site survey has been confirmed, we can move on to the next step, which is creating a quote. We select create quote from the project cards on the view project component. Throughout, we'll have 4 main sections for our quoting, which is program management, design packages, build packages, master and lattice types, and then our final section will be create quote. In the beginning, we will select create quote, so we can select our equipment cabinet handling fee. We will select the supplier that our line item will be associated to, and we can input a quantity of how much items we need. We will then select the next one and select a quantity to add in, and such a third. That will all be for program management line items. Each line item under program management line item will be specific to what the project site type was. So in this case it's a greenfield, so thus we have greenfield line items compared to the program management. Next step, we will select design packages such as design equipment requirements for rural area. We can input quantity, and then we can select for metro. This area we can input 0 quantity as we are either in metro or rural. If we do need line items that require metro specific items, we can always input 1. We can delete an item, we can add in another one, such as 1 again, and then add it again. We cannot, however, select another line item of the same type, and this goes the same for program management. We cannot reselect a line item to duplicate it. We will have to delete and re-enter if we got our quantities incorrect, or if we want to just remove the line item in general. Build packages, again, these are specific to greenfield sites, so site dressing. We can add in quantity. All these requirement fields are needed in order to create the quote. We cannot leave these blank. And then when we get to master and lattice line items, we will select the package type, so we can select 15 meter lattice, monolattice, temp spine, 20 meter sections, 25, so on and so forth. So for this case, we'll select 15 meter lattice. We can select all the lattices we need there. We can add. We can add again, so thus we have 2. We can add in another one. And same goes, we cannot add in the line item twice. We will have to remove it, reselect it, and add it in again. Once we have selected all the line items we need for the quote for the specific project, we can double check just to make sure everything is correct and saved. Okay, everything's there, everything is there. We will then create our quote, and it will confirm with us if we want to create it or not. We will create it. It will just take a while as this quote is generated in Excel. It should be done any second now. This quote will be saved to the back end of our system, and on the server itself, we'll get a notification saying that the quote for 100 Towers has been successfully created. We can, however, create multiple quotes for the 100 Towers project, as a quote at the end will need to be confirmed. So this one, in case we can create another one, let me just add another one so I can show you the full process. Just add in examples. Select another 15 meter lattice, or mono lattice tray. Our server is just halting a little bit. We will select 15 meter lattice, or we can select the 50 meter lattice again. That was mono tray. Internet's still halting. We can add in our items. So again, it'll be saved to the back end. We can generate another quote. In the meantime, while that one's generating, we can view our quote that we have already previously generated. There we can see the next one's been generated. We will, however, get an evaluation warning in the beginning, as this is a trial version that we are running with. But yeah, we can see our civil summaries. So for program management, the total, design packages, our total, build packages, and non-standard build items, that will always be 0. And our subtotal of this, our value added tax, and the total we are charging for. Package pricing, here we can see all the line items we have selected, as well as the quantities we have inputted. Cover, this will just display the general details of our project page for the quote. So there we can say continue, as multiple quotes have been generated. So to move on to the next step, to capture our site go ahead after a quote has been confirmed, site go ahead will mean that we can continue with our project, but we first have to confirm a quote. So when we select confirm quote, we'll have to select the quote that we confirm. So we can either select quote number 1, which is the first quote we generated for 100 towers, or quote number 2, which is the second quote we generated. We can download our quotes again and view them if need be, and then we have to confirm a quote. And to confirm a quote, we'll click confirm, and then throughout, and will be all in the same process, we'll have to upload our proof of payment for each quote. We will select confirm quote. It will confirm if we want to actually confirm the quotes or not. We click yes. We will select our purchase order for the specific quote that we have received from our client. We can select this by going to a folder for our... We will select our purchase order for the quote that we have received from our client. So in this case, I can select that purchase order. We will click upload, confirm to upload the purchase order or not. We'll wait as it uploads to upload to the system. Quote confirmed, and purchase order has been successfully created. And with that, we can proceed to the next step to capture our site go ahead details. To search for previous quote previously generated on the system, there's this quicker option to view the quotes instead of working through all the projects that have quotes throughout the system. We will navigate to the side menu option of client quotes. This will display all the previous quotes previously generated within the quotes for the project. We can search through project name. We can search, for example, 100 towers, and we can see all the quotes generated for 100 towers. We can then click on the quotes that has been previously generated, and thus we will see previous information for each quote that has been generated. To view a purchase order that has been previously captured on the system when confirming a quote, the user will navigate to the project that they want to view the purchase order for that was confirmed for the quote. They will select project invoices. Through this, we'll be able to see the details of our quote. We will then click the button view purchase order. Click that, and we will display with the pop-up with our purchase order information. We can then download our information as well through the top bar here, but we can see our purchase orders information. To generate an initial invoice, a quote has to first be confirmed and created in order for an initial invoice to be generated. Thus, when a user wants to generate an initial invoice, we will click Generate Initial Invoice option. We will select for what the initial invoice amount is going to be, as there are always going to be 2 invoices for a project. In this case, we can select 88% is going to be the initial invoice amount for our confirmed quote. We will select 88, we will confirm yes, and this will generate the initial invoice for our quote. We can see this, it will tell us it's been successfully created for an initial invoice of 88%. We'll open our quote just to display. Again, there's an evaluation warning, as this is a test trial version of software we're using. Here we can see an invoice created for the quote for 88%, which is 88% of this amount. And then it'll tell us our outstanding amount of 11,000. And just the general invoice details for our invoicing and all the amounts needed. We can then see our If the user wants to see more details on the initial invoice, we will select Project Invoices. We will load up our page. We'll see it's a percentage of 88% for our initial invoice claim, the net amount, our total amount, VAT amount, and the date sent. We can download our final invoice. The Honda Towers, this will again just be our initial invoice for it, the exact same amount and all specific details. To move to the next step, we can capture our proof of payment for our initial invoice. We will receive a receipt number from Vodacom when they send us their proof of payment. We can say 156 for this proof of payment. We will then choose our proof of payment. So here we can go to, let's just select a purchase order in this case. We can select that PO, we can capture. This will be a PDF specific to what Vodacom has sent us for proof of payment. The whole process will take a while, and there we have been confirmed that the proof of payment has been successfully captured with a receipt number of 156 that we entered. There we can continue. Our page will change. We can see our receipt number for our proof of payment. We can display our proof of payment that we uploaded, and as well as the date that the proof of payment has been captured. Once a quote has been confirmed, we will then move on to site go-ahead details. Site go-ahead details will continue the progression that the physical construction of the site will need to take place after a quote has been confirmed. So to capture the site go-ahead details after we've confirmed the quote, we'll click Site Go-Ahead Details. This is a form where we will input all our details and information relating to the site go-ahead. To give me a second, I'm just going to enter all the details. All the details for the site go-ahead have been entered, other than selecting our documents that are needed to finalize the entries. As you can see, we have entered our site contact person name along with the number, the physical site details just more estimation, the area of site size covering, the fencing that is needed, a type of installation, item codes and serial numbers for our cooling system documents and housing equipment, and size of our housing equipment. So to finish it off, we will select our files for housing equipment. Over here we can select another version of our various compliance documents. We will just select random examples, so notice of construction work we can just enter. Cooling system document, let's enter test result. And then we'll finalize our capture site go ahead. So we will confirm, yes. And this, we have indicated that our site go ahead has been approved. Thus, we have captured our site go-ahead details. We are now able to edit our site go-ahead details as well if we have made any errors. So to click Edit Site Go-Ahead Details, it will also display our site go-ahead details to us if we just need to have a closer look. We can view our previous equipment, housing and cooling system documents that we have uploaded. So over here we can click View Cooling System Document, and it'll bring a pop-up with our cooling system document that we have uploaded to the system. The same goes for View Housing Equipment. So over here we can select a new folder if we have made a mistake to the cooling system document that has been uploaded. So over here we'll select this folder, this file, we'll open it, we'll click Upload, confirm to upload and edit the folder that has previously was mistaken. Over here then we click View Cooling System Document, and this will display our new folder that we have uploaded. And this concludes the edit construction site details. Over here we can though edit, say new cooler 32, edit our construction details, and that means it has been edited for us, or it will load and edit for us.
A draftsperson wants to upload drawings of the site to the system. They look at the project drawing card, they'll click formal drawing to upload the formal drawing. This is the drawing that they create, professional drawing that they create of the site that they will send to the client for verification. They click on formal drawing, they enter the drawing's name, so you can just say Honda Heights formal drawing. Then the type is already selected for you, so it's disabled, you can't do anything. Then you just add in a description. I'm just going to reuse the name. Then you choose the file, show file. So then you just select your file. It will submit. Then you just click submit. You confirm the yes with the yes button. Then it'll take you to the drawings page and show that you have uploaded that drawing on the drawings page. Then you can go back to the projects. Let's proceed with this one. And since you've uploaded a formal drawing, you can now upload the second cut drawing. So after you've sent the draftsperson has sent the formal drawing to the client, and the clients come back with notes or ask for changes, the draftsperson will then submit a second cut drawing. This drawing will then act as the final drawing for the site. Once again, you cannot select the type because it's disabled. It is a second cut drawing. Then you can just choose the files again. Then you just click submit, confirm by clicking yes. Then it'll take you to the drawings page, and then it'll display the drawing type, the second cut drawing there as well.
Once the second cut drawing has been uploaded, we can now allocate a team to the project. So to allocate a team, we just click the allocate team button, and then we search for a team. Let's click on team. Awesome. Then you confirm allocation, and that will allocate the team to the project. Then we can view the teams that we have allocated so far. We can delete a team. So let's say we made a mistake and we wanted to add a different team. We can, first of all, we can view the team. So we can say, okay, this is not the team that I wanted. We go back and we can delete the team. And then the team will delete. But let's quickly add a few teams just to show that you can add multiple teams. Okay, as you can see, there are now 2 teams added to this project. Now that we've allocated a team, we can upload a compliance document. So to upload a compliance document, you simply just click the upload compliance document button. Then we just give it a name, and we can call this Health Department document. Okay, let's call it doc. And then the description, we just say compliance document. I don't know. Compliance document. Okay, and then we just need to upload the file. There we go. Okay, so upload the file. Are you sure? Yes. And there you go. The file is uploaded successfully. Now we can view that compliance document. So we can click on this button, and then it will show the file we just viewed. And here you go. We can also edit this document. So say, for example, you just added the wrong name or the wrong description. We can just call this, let's say it just needed to be health doc. You can update that for it to only say health doc. You can also re-upload a file if you realize that you uploaded the wrong file. So I'll quickly upload a different file. Are you sure? Yes. Just wait for that to load. Once that's done, you'll see that it has replaced the file we uploaded. Now we can start creating construction progress statuses. So the way we do that is by clicking this create button. Under the construction progress card, we just add a title. So we can say, let's say RF tower is up. And the description is RF tower has been built or installed. There you go. Then you can upload multiple photos. Let me just quickly get them. You can upload multiple photos, and then you can also remove a photo if it's not a photo that you meant to add. Then you can add the progress. Are you sure? Yes. So you can see that the progress description has been successfully created. So now we can view that progress. As you can see, the photos we uploaded is here, and then we can also delete this progress update. So let's say we did not mean to upload this, we actually just made a mistake, then you can just delete it and you'll see that it's gone. At this point in the project, we can now upload a radio frequency report. So to upload a radio frequency report, we just simply click the upload button and then select the radio frequency report. The system will only allow the user to upload a PDF file. Click upload. And there you go. The radio frequency has been successfully uploaded. Okay, so once the radio frequency has been uploaded, we can update it like this. So you just select the file, upload. Are you sure? Yes. It's been successfully edited, and now you'll see you can view the radio frequency report as well. There you go.
Once a radio frequency report has been uploaded to the system, this will indicate that the site visit can be requested from the quality control officer. The user will click request site inspection. They will be prompted to confirm yes or no whether the site visit inspection should be requested or not. Once confirmed yes, the system will load for a bit, and this will indicate that it will eventually indicate that the site visit has been requested via format in emails. The status for the project will change to a site visit requested, and an email will be sent to the quality control officer to go and inspect the construction site. We will then see that create a site acceptance document has been enabled. Thus, when the quality control officer is on the site, they can create a site acceptance document. When the quality control officer is on the site, they will select create site acceptance document. When the user will then fill out notes, snags caught on the site. Snags on the site will indicate whether items need to be fixed for the construction, how they'll be fixed, what needs to be fixed, any general description for that. So what the quality control officer will do will be notes, so we can just add test note here. This will be just a general indicator over the site acceptance document. A snag will be let's say cables are affected or need fixing on the site. We can say the cables are exposed, remove exposed cables. We can then add a snag to the system. If we really need to, we can remove a snag. We can just add it back if we want, and we can add multiple snags to the site, to the acceptance document. We will then click create site acceptance document. We'll confirm if we want to create the site acceptance document or not. The user will click yes. The system will just wait for a bit. We can see our acceptance document has been created, and the site acceptance document has been confirmed that it is okay. We can then open our site acceptance document to see everything that is displayed on it. Here we will be view our construction site details, some minor details about it. Here we can see there's the snag, there's cables, the description of the snag is cables are exposed, and the note of how to fix it or what to do with the cables or please remove the cables. And here we can see our note for the general overview of the site acceptance document. To view previous acceptance documents or the acceptance document for the specified project, the user will navigate to the project page. They will click View Acceptance Document. Acceptance document has to be created before View Acceptance Document can be enabled. The user will click View Acceptance Documents. Here we can see it will link us to all the acceptance documents that have been generated on the system. The user will navigate to their Honda Towers site acceptance document. This is for the previous project we have created. We can search for site acceptance documents per project name. The user will click this button. We will be able to see the previous snags that were listed on the site acceptance document. We'll see the note that was there, and if need be, we can download the site acceptance document for it. Once the user has created the acceptance document, they have viewed the acceptance document and all snags on the site have been completed. The Site Quality Control Officer can then confirm acceptance document, and this will indicate that all snags on the construction sites have been fixed. And we can proceed on with more administration and project management for the current project we are on, such as site sign-off, commission report, and indicating that the site has been completed. So the user will click Confirm Acceptance Document. They will be prompted whether to confirm yes or no. If they are happy with and want to proceed with confirming the acceptance document, they will click yes. The system will load for a little bit, and we can see that our status has been indicated up top, as site acceptance has been confirmed. From here we can capture our site sign-off, our commission reports after our site sign-off, and then complete the site. Once the site acceptance document has been confirmed from the Site Quality Control Officer, we can capture our site sign-off document. The user will navigate to capture site sign-off on the cards. They'll select it. The user will be prompted to select the file from their system, that is the site acceptance, site sign-off document. The user will select the site sign-off. We can upload it. The user will be prompted whether they want to confirm to upload, yes or no. The user will select yes. If no, it'll just close. The system will load as it is uploading the physical file to the server and the database, and saving the location file in the database. Once it has been created, it can notify us that the site has been successfully signed off. We can edit our site and we can view our site sign off as well. If we click here, we can view it, which will display the PDF. Sorry, this is just a temporary version that I selected. If the user wants to search for the site sign-off based on the projects that are existing in the site sign-off that has been captured, the user can navigate through the side menu option and select the site sign-off option. Once selected, the system will display all of our site sign-offs depending on the site type and the site's name. We can search for our project name, and we can view our site sign-off and download it from this side. It is just loading. Here we can see our selected site sign-off document. The user can navigate back to the site sign-off on the specific project that they want. Thus we go down to our 100 towers, and we can edit our site sign-off and view it over here as well if need be. So when the user wants to select the site sign-off, as they've noticed that there's an error with the document that's been uploaded, we will select Edit Site Sign-Off. We'll be prompted again to select the site sign-off document that we want to upload for the edit. We will select our file that we need and select Upload. And system will load again and notify us that the system has been successfully uploaded. We can then view the new site sign-off document that has been captured on the system. Once the site sign-off has been captured and we are happy to proceed to the next step, the user can capture our commission report, and this is the final step that we need before we can complete the site, fully complete the site. Thus, when a user is notified that the site status, the site sign-off has been captured, the user can navigate to the Capture Commission Report button. They'll be prompted to select the file for the commission report to be uploaded. We can choose our file, we can navigate and find where we need to select for our commission reports. Here we go, we can select Nissan Roslin as an example, we can confirm, and now we need to upload the button. We can cancel it at any time, and then we can upload when we need to upload now. The user will click upload. They'll be prompted whether they want to upload it, yes or no. If they click no, it is fine. If they click yes, the system will load and capture and update the system accordingly. Now once the commission report has been captured, we can edit our commission report, we can view our commission report. We'll be prompted that the commission report has been successfully uploaded. Click continue. The system will just load for a bit. So now we can edit our commission report and view commission report. So if we click view commission report, the system will load and we'll be displayed with the commission report that has been uploaded to the system. If we notice, however, there's a change to the commission report that needs to happen, users select, they'll follow the same process as capture, although this is just editing the existing commission report on the system. User click choose file, we can select a new commission report, select wingtip, we can upload. The user again will be prompted to confirm whether they want to or not. We can click yes. System will load as it is now capturing the new commission report document to the system and replacing the old one. We'll be prompted that the commission report has been successfully edited. We can click continue. And now we can view the commission report that has been changed. It's the same, as you can see though, it is the new one for wingtip crossing. If the user wishes to, however, navigate to view commission report that is not within the project page, they go to construction, click commission reports option, system will load and capture and read all commission reports that have been captured on the system. Here you can see we only have 100 towers for this one. We can click view, system will load and we can view the wingtip commission report that we have previously captured. Once the project has hit a certain phase, we can generate our final invoice for the system. This is usually only after a site has been signed off or commission report has been captured. Then we can generate our final invoice. Thus, when a user wants to generate the final invoice, we can click generate final invoice. The user will be prompted whether they confirm that they want to or don't want to generate the final invoice. We'll confirm yes. The system will load. If there is an error, we'll be popped up as to what the error is and what else needs to be done beforehand to generate the final invoice. Here we can see we've generated our final invoice. So as you can remember, when we generated our initial invoice, we selected 88% for our final invoice. Here you can see the buttons have been grayed out, thus we cannot generate any more invoices as we have completed generating invoices for this project. We can open up this invoice to see all the final details. It should be a 12% invoice generated. Here we can see as 88% claim was initially claimed for our invoice. Thus this invoice is for our final 12%. Now we can go to our project invoices. We can follow the same process as we do for our initial invoice when we want to capture proof of payment. As you can see here, we already have captured our proof of payment for the initial invoice. Just reload it. Sorry, our amounts haven't caught up yet. There we go. Our amounts have now been caught up. As you can see, our final invoice, we have our 12%, our VAT amount, our net amount, and total amount for our invoice. We can re-download our initial invoice if you want to check it again for 100 towers, but now we can follow the process to capture our proof of payment for our final invoice. We can enter our receipt number, which let's say this time it's 157, as the initial one was 156. We can select our proof of payment. We can navigate to proof of payment. Let's just choose a purchase orders from this. We can upload, this will be a proof of payment in a sense. We can capture, confirm yes, or we can confirm no if we don't want to capture that proof of payment. It will tell us that we have successfully captured the proof of payment. The site will reset itself and we can see that our proof of payments are now captured, and it will indicate the date we have paid as well as our receipt number. We can again download our initial invoice or display our proof of payment and download the proof of payment manually. Thus you can see we have our proof of payment. If a user wishes to create an invoice type where they can specify the amount that an invoice will be claimed, initially claimed by and then finally claimed by, a user can come to the invoicing section on our site navigation bar and select invoice types. Here they can edit existing invoice types, delete invoice types, or create a new invoice type. So in this sense, we can create a 99% invoice type. We can create confirm and says our 99% has been successfully created. If we generate an initial invoice with our 99% now, you can see we don't have a 1% remaining. Once the initial invoice of 99% has been generated and the final invoice wants to be generated from the user clicks generate final invoice, the 1% generated invoice will automatically be added to the invoice amount types. The user can again edit our invoice types. We can edit it to 98 or any other number you wish, as long as it is below 100. The user can see it's been successfully created to 98, and we can also delete our invoice types. As well as once we've deleted, it will successfully tell us. We can also search for invoice types. So let's search for our 90%. We can also search for our 10%. But we cannot delete existing invoice types that have already been generated on. Thus, 88%, we cannot delete our 88% one, as there's an invoice already existing with 88%. As we can see, the notification is displayed that we cannot delete this data. If a user wants to create a new site type for future sites to be constructed, they will go to the construction site menu tab and they'll select site types. Over here we can see pre-existing site types such as greenfield, temporary, share site, a general and rooftop sites. They will all come with their personal descriptions of what they are, such as greenfield is a completely new site, rooftops are for sites that are built on buildings, share sites are for sites that are shared with other cellular companies, and temporary sites are sites that are only up for a few weeks or a month at a time. If a user wants to create a new site type, they'll select the plus button over here. They can select a name or create a name for the new site type they want. So if in this case we can select test. They'll provide a description of what the site type is. So for a test site, once they are happy with the naming and description of the site type, we can click create or cancel. Create or create a site type, cancel will just take us out the process. You can click create, you'll be prompted with if you want to confirm to create the site type or not. We can confirm yes. System will load as it's being added to the new site type. It will display and tell us that it successfully created the new site type, which is test. We click continue and now we can see the new test site. If user wants, we can edit the test site, such as test site 2. User can click edit. They'll be prompted again if they want to or not. User will click yes. And we can see that the test site 2 has been updated, and that will prompt us to tell us that it's been successfully updated. We can also delete a test site as well if it's not being used by another project or not being used in some other attribute for referential integrity. We can click confirm and this will delete our temp site. If we do, however, mistakenly want to delete the greenfield, temporary site, share sites, general or rooftop sites, and it is being used by another process or attribute, it will tell us accordingly. Thus, if we try to delete a site type, click yes, we'll be prompted with an error, as this data is holding for referential integrity. We can, however, edit the site type name, but this will just change all attributes relating to greenfield or whatever temporary site type you wish to edit. The names will just be changed accordingly.
Now I'm going to show the administrative part of the system with its various functionalities and their workings. In order to start working with administration, you navigate to the sidebar, you click on administration button, it will create this drop down, and then you'll have 5 options to choose from: health and safety type, drawings, drawing type, as built. Health and safety is just to view, search, edit, delete of health and safety files. Health and safety files include licenses and certificates of employees, just to keep track of all of their certificates and licenses, to ensure that the business is not using someone that has expired licenses or certificates. Then health and safety types just help specify between licenses, certificates, different types of certificates to make it easier for health and safety type. Drawings, regards to the drawings of construction sites, there's numerous ones, but the main 2 are formal and second cut. Formal is a detailed drawing that the draftsperson makes up and then sends it to the client. The client then verifies and asks for some changes. If there are changes, it will be created a second cut drawing. The second cut drawing is the final drawing of the system. Then you get drawing types that obviously defines formal, second cut, sometimes initial drawings, and etc. etc. Then you get as-built. As-built is the final document that summarizes everything that happened with the construction site after the construction site has been built and constructed and is in the final phase of being completed. Then let's start off with creating and viewing and deleting health and safeties. So you just click on health and safety option. It'll bring up the view health and safety files. You can use the search bar to search for anything. You can, if you want to add one, you just click on the plus sign at the bottom. You just enter in names, descriptions, test license. So the description is basically just obviously describing what this health and safety file is for. Then you can select all the employees that this document or file associates to. So just click a few employees, and then you get to choose the files you want to upload. So just upload this license file, and you click submit, and that'll send it to the system and upload it to the system. Then it should display here. It's displaying over there. Then you can click on this burger icon, menu icon, where you can click edit, delete, download. If you click edit, it'll show the edit health and safety file, which displays this page, and it will autofill your name, your type, your description. You will have to select all the employees that it associates with again. Then you can upload the new file, so just re-upload that one. Click yes. Then it should edit it. Then you can delete it, and then when you click download, it should pop up a thing, and then display the document as such. So there's just a fake document with licenses on it, just to show that the license has been uploaded. Afterwards, you can go, if you want to do health and safety file type, you can click on the administration button again, click on the health and safety type again. Here you can search again, so just type in license, if I can spell, then license, and then you'll be able to click on the icon, edit or delete it. Let's just remove that filter. So if you want to add a new one, you click on the plus sign, it'll create this modal over here. So you can think of a new health and safety type name. You can go permit. So like permit to enter, like if there needs a tower in the Kruger National Park, you can get a permit to enter the Kruger National Park, for example. So then you click create, and then you click confirm, and then it will create a new one right there. It'll tell you it's been successfully created, and then if you want to just edit one, you can change this to test with 2 T's, just 1 T, and then it should update the table. There we go. It's updated, and if you just want to remove it, you can just click delete. Are you sure? And you click yes, and it should remove it from the system. I just need to refresh. There we go. It's deleted. Then, so normally people that would be able to access the health and safety type would be obviously the director, the administrator, and the health and safety officer. Then for drawing types, it would be the draftsperson, administrator, and director. So if you want to click on drawings to view drawings, it'll pop up similar to health and safety. It'll display it. Then you can edit these. So you can click edit. It'll just give you your name, give you, this is obviously disabled. Then it'll give you your description. It's disabled because if you change it, type, it will affect the project. So you can only change the name, the description, and upload a new photo. So if you just upload a new drawing, you can submit, yes, and then by the date you can see it was been updated. After editing, you can then either choose to delete or download the thing. If you click download, I don't have that one on my computer, but I do have this one. It'll just show you a drawing of the site that was uploaded to that one, and then if you want to just delete that drawing, you just click on the sidebar. About that, click on the sidebar, click delete, click confirm yes, and then it should delete it from the system. Next you have as builds. This is to create an as build, well, to view an as build first. This is an example. You can search your as builds, you can delete and download them, you can add one. So let's quickly add one. So let's say this is for Honda Towers, then you click use, then you do the name of the as build. So let's just do as build Honda Towers, then you have a description. Just do that, shouldn't be like that, should be a hyphen. As build Honda Towers, then just add in a 4 here. Then you just click submit, you click yes, then it should download an as build for you. You can click and view this as build, which will be here. Just close that as build, and then it will be displayed there that you've created it. Then if you want to download it again, you just click down the menu icon and then download, and then it will pop up again, and then there it is. It shows you the details of these people. And if you want to delete it, you can just click delete. Let me just delete the example one. Then you just click delete, and it should remove it from the system, like so. That is administration in a nutshell. Thank you.
To add a new employee, navigate to the Human Resource drop-down button and click the Employees button. On the Employees homepage, click the Add Employees button at the bottom. This will navigate you to the Add Employees homepage. On this page, fill in the necessary employee details. Once you have entered all the details, selected the employee type, and selected the employee skills, you can create a new employee. Click yes to confirm, and the system will prompt you that the user or the information for the employee has been added. And there we are. To edit an existing employee on the system, navigate to the Human Resource drop-down button and click on Employees. On the Employees Home button, find the record you would like to edit and click on the Additional Actions button on the right. And then click Edit Employee. This will navigate to the Edit Employee page, pre-populated with the existing information about the employee. And on this page you can edit the details for the employee. Once complete, click the Edit Employee button. And we have successfully edited an employee. To search for an existing employee on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employees. On the Employees homepage, on the top right, there is an employee search bar. Here you can enter the details for the employee you would like to look for. The system will filter the table and present all records that match the search criteria entered. If the search criteria does not meet any records on the system, no record will be presented. To return to the home page, just clear the search bar. To delete an existing employee on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employees. On the Employees homepage, you can search for the record you would wish to delete, or you can navigate it to it. Once you find the record, click on the Additional Actions button and click on Delete Employee. Click Yes to confirm, and this will delete an employee. To upload employee compliance documents, navigate to the Human Resource button and click Employees. Once on the employee page, select the employee you would like to add the documents for and click Edit Employee. Once on the Edit Employee page, click the View Employee Compliance Documents. This will take you to the documents for the employees page. As you can see, there are no documents for this employee, and you can click the Add button at the bottom to add employee documents. Enter the details for the document, the date, and the description, test, upload. And then we can browse for a file. Let's just do that. We can open that and upload a file. Confirm, and it has been successfully uploaded. There we go, and you can view the document by clicking the View Document button. This will open a PDF viewer and your document will be presented here. To edit an existing employee document, navigate to the Human Resource button and click Employees. On the Employees homepage, navigate to the record you would like to edit the employee's documents for and click Edit Employee on the Additional Actions button. Once on the employee page, click View Employee Compliance Documents. This will show all the documents relating to the employee, and if you should edit it, click on the Additional Actions button and click on Edit Document. This will allow you to change the document's name, and change the document if necessary. So we can upload that, we can confirm, and it has been successfully edited. So if we view the document now, it has been successfully edited. To view an employee compliance document, navigate to the Human Resource drop-down button and click Employees. Once on the Employees homepage, select the record you would like to find the employee documents for and click the Additional Actions button and select Edit Employee. You will be greeted with the Edit Employee Information homepage, and you can click on the View Employee Compliance Documents to view the documents. Here we'll have a table for all the stored documents for the employee on the system, and to view the document, just click the View Document button. This will pop up a PDF viewer and your document will be presented here. To delete an existing employee document, click the Human Resource button and Employees. On the Employees homepage, navigate to the record you would like to delete the employee's documents for and click Edit Employee. Once on the Edit Employee Information page, click the View Employee Compliance Documents. On the Documents homepage, you can click the Additional Actions button and delete document. Confirm to delete, and the document has been successfully deleted from the system. To create a new user account, navigate to the Human Resource drop-down button and click User Accounts. On the User Accounts homepage, click the Add button at the bottom. I'm sorry, that was just pre-populated through the browser. That shouldn't. Select the employee you would like to create an account for. So we can create an account for Archie Brown, and it will pre-populate some of the details about the employee. You can generate a password from the browser, or you can just use your own password, and the passwords must match. You can use a security question here. And the security answer, you can say no, and after you've entered the details, you can create a user. You don't have to say if that's from the browser side. Click yes to confirm, and we've successfully created a new user account. To edit an existing user account, navigate to the Human Resource button and click User Accounts. Once on the User Accounts homepage, click on the Additional Actions button for the record you would like to edit, and click Edit User. The edit employee information will be pre-populated with the saved information. If you would like to change the password, you can change the password, and the password should match. And if you should change your security question, you can as well. Once complete, click the Edit User, and we can say yes. And we have successfully edited the user. To search for an existing user account, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Users Accounts. On the User Accounts page, there is a search bar on the top right. Enter the search criteria for the record you wish to find, and the table will filter the records to find records that match the entered search criteria. If you have entered a search criteria which matches no records will be found. That means the record does not exist on the system. To return to the home page, just clear the search bar and you will be back. To delete an existing user account on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click User Accounts. On the User Accounts home page, navigate to the record you would wish to delete, click on the Additional Actions button and click on Delete User. Confirm, and we have successfully deleted a user. To add a new employee type, navigate to the Human Resource drop-down button and click on Employee Types. On the Employee Types home page, we can add a new employee type at the bottom with the Add Employee button. Here you can input the description of the employee type. And click Create. Click Yes to confirm, and we have successfully created a new employee type. To search for an existing employee type on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employee Type. On the Employee Types homepage on the top right, there is a search bar where you can enter a search criteria for the record you wish to find. The page will filter the records that match the search criteria entered. If the search criteria is entered and there are no records showing, that means the record does not exist on the system. Clear the search bar to return back to the Employees Types homepage. To edit an existing employee type on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click Employee Type. On the Employee Types homepage, navigate to the record you wish to edit and click on the Additional Actions button, and then click on Edit Employee Type. This will be pre-populated with the existing description of the employee type. You can edit this and click the edit button to edit it and click yes to confirm. We have successfully edited an employee type. To delete an existing employee type on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employee Type. On the Employee Types home page, you can filter the records to the record you wish to delete. Click on the Additional Actions button and click Delete Employee Type. The system will prompt you for confirmation. Click yes to confirm. And we have successfully deleted an employee type. To add a new employee skill, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employee Skill. On the Skills home page, you can add a new skill by clicking the Add Skills button at the bottom. This will populate a modal, and here you can enter the description for the skill. Once you have entered the description, click Create and Confirm, and we have successfully created a new skill. To search for an existing employee skill on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click Employee Skill. On the Skills home page at the top right, there is a search bar where you can enter the search criteria. Once you have entered the search criteria, the page will filter out the records that match the search criteria entered. Should your search criteria yield no results, this means that there are no records with that search criteria on the system. To return back, just clear the search bar and you will be back. To edit an existing employee skill on the system, navigate to the Human Resource button and click on Employee Skill. On the Skills page, navigate to the record you would like to edit and click on the Additional Actions button and Edit Skill. This will display the Edit Skill modal, and here you can update the skills information. We can edit, yes to confirm, and we have successfully edited the skill.
If a user wants to create a new team, they can click the team button in the menu bar, and then from there they can click the plus button at the bottom of the screen. Then they can create a new team, so they need to add a team name. And then they can select a team manager, so you can search for a team manager, and then they can add employees to the team. If a user wants to add an employee that's already been added to the team, the system will inform them that the employee has already been added. Then the user can just click Create Team, and that will create a new team. There you go, there's your new team. The user can also search for a certain team by their team name. So there's Fricky's team, or the new team we just created. And then they can also edit a team. A user can edit a team by adding new team members to a team. If the team member already exists in the team, the system will inform the user that the team member already exists. A user can also deactivate a team. You will now see that this team is inactive, but you can still view all the participating members in the team. Inactive teams will not be allowed to be allocated to projects.
When a user wants to create a new line item on the system, they will navigate to the line item section. They will click line items menu option. For this, we can already see that all the line items in the system will, it will just take a while for everything to load. We can already see that everything in the system, all line items in the system, are loaded up onto the system, displaying their vendor material number, their line item name, the unit type that they are part of, and their price. If we wish to view the unit, the line item, and all of its details in it, we'll click Edit Line Item. This entails also that we can edit the line item as well as view everything part of it. If you want to update the price for the new line item, we can simply enter a new price. So let's make this 2080. We can select Update Price. We'll be prompted if we want to update the price or not. We can select yes. If no, we'll just cancel the process. The system will update the new price and update it accordingly. And here we can see for these alloy locks, we can see that the price has been updated over here, as well as when we do view the line item, we can see the price history of the locks as well, and it will always read the most recent price updated according to the date and time that it was set. So even if we set a new price, so say 2090, we can update that. Even though it was updated on the same day, we will be able to view the 2090 Rand item as the most recent price. We can also delete the locks, the line item, by simply deleting line item over here. We'll be prompted if you want to or not. We can delete line item and it will tell us if we were successful or not. A line item, however, cannot be deleted if it is being used within a quote. This is because due to referential integrity that we have integrated into the system. Therefore, if we try to delete Greenfield Metro, because it is part of a previous quote I've generated, we are not able to delete it. As you can see, we have been given an error. And if we research the line item, we can see it is still there. If a user wishes to enter a new line item to the system, we can add so over here by clicking the button at the plus button at the bottom. So here we can just create a test item, vendor material, and the vendor material ID. This is usually an ID consisting of 10 numbers or 10 characters. So here we can simply write test, right, as well as 2 numbers, and same for sub material ID number, test, and 2 numbers. We will then select the unit type that the test item will be part of. So here we can select test unit, shifts, per week, per site, bunch of all the unit types that we have previously created. So here we will select per site, or we can even select test unit, but for other purposes let's select test per site. Package type, we can select what type of lattice it will be part of, so let's make it 15 meters monolattice. For site type, we can select what site type it will be part of, and if it does not have to be relating to a specific site type, we can click general. So in this case, let's click general. We can then enter a new price and say it's going to be 200 Rand for this test item. We can add the line item. We'll be prompted to confirm whether we want to add the line item or not. If we aren't happy with the details we've entered, we can always click no and change it, and then come back to add line items. This time we'll click yes. The system will load, and we will noted that the line item has been successfully created. Click continue, and here we can see. And here we can see. And here we can see that the new test item has been successfully created. We can delete this line item, or we can edit the line item. Let's edit it and update the price. We can say test 2, update the price to 208 Rand. Update the price, and then let's edit the line item. And we'll be prompted that the line item has been successfully edited. If we aren't too certain, we can always click cancel, and we will then view, and we can see we have not successfully updated the line item. And here you can see we have successfully edited the line item. We can do that again to display the process. It's test 223. It'll tell us if it's successful or not. There we are, successful on the edit. You can view this, click cancel, and we can view that the line item has been successfully created. Now let's delete this off the system. And the line item has been successfully deleted off the system. If a user wishes to create a new unit type for the system that will relate to line items, the user will click on line items on the navigation menu, they will select unit types, and they'll be directed to the unit types page. Over here we'll be displayed with all the unit types that are within the system. We can edit or delete these unit types. So let's, for test unit, delete the unit type. We can click yes, and this will tell us if we successfully deleted the unit type or not. We can click continue. As you can see, the test unit has disappeared. If the user wants to add a new line item, a unit type, let's add test as unit type. We can click cancel, which will cancel the process, or we can click create. If we click create, we'll be prompted if we want to create the unit type of test. We can click yes or no. Clicking no will just cancel the type, and we can retype the name if we want to. So let's add test 2. We can click yes to confirm that we want to create this unit type. Tell us if it's been successfully created or not. And there we can see test 2. If we want, we can also try create test 2 again, but as there's a name already in the system, it will give us an error back as test 2 already exists within the system. So here we can delete our test 2 or we can edit. If we select edit, we can say, let's say test 3, and it'll tell us if we successfully edited, and we have. However, we cannot edit the name back to an original unit type name. So if we want to select create shift, it will give us an error as shift already exists within the system. And we can delete the unit type itself. We can also search for unit types, so let's search for shifts. We can select all the pers, and we can do for week. Generally for all unit types we can be searched for. If a user wants to create a new site type for future sites to be constructed, they will go to the construction side menu tab and they'll select site types. Over here we can see pre-existing site types such as greenfield, temporary, share site, a general and rooftop sites. They will all come with their personal descriptions of what they are, such as greenfield is a completely new site, rooftops are for sites that are built on buildings, share sites are for sites that are shared with other cellular companies, and temporary sites are sites that are only up for a few weeks or a month at a time. If a user wants to create a new site type, they'll select the plus button over here. They can select a name or create a name for the new site type they want. So in this case we can select test. They'll provide a description of what the site type is. So for a test site, once they are happy with the naming and description of the site type, we can click create or cancel. Create or create a site type, cancel will just take us out of the process. You can click create, you'll be prompted with if you want to confirm to create the site type or not. We can confirm yes. System will load as it's being added to the new site type. It will display and tell us that it successfully created the new site type, which is test. We click continue, and now we can see the new test site. If the user wants, we can edit the test site, such as test site 2. The user can click edit. They'll be prompted again if they want to or not. The user will click yes, and we can see that the test site 2 has been updated, and that will prompt us to tell us that it's been successfully updated. We can also delete a test site as well if it's not being used by another project or not being used in some other attribute for referential integrity. We can click confirm, and this will delete our temp site. If we do, however, mistakenly want to delete the greenfield, temporary site, share sites, general or rooftop sites, and it is being used by another process or attribute, it will tell us accordingly. Thus, if we try to delete a site type, click yes, we'll be prompted with an error, as this data is holding for referential integrity. We can, however, edit the site type name, but this will just change all attributes relating to greenfield or whatever temporary site type you wish to edit. The names will just be changed accordingly.
In the reporting section, you can view the total projects that has been done so far by Gohvan, the total ongoing projects, and the total site visits requested. Then we also have two reports. We have the site type report and the employee documents report. The site type report showcases the different sites and the amount of projects that are of those type of sites. When you generate a site type report, it displays the different site types and the project statuses that they have. You can also download a PDF version, which looks like this. The employee documents report shows which employee documents have expired and which employee documents have not expired yet. If you click on the report, it shows the employee documents that already expired and the employee documents that will expire within the next month. You can also download this report. To add a new client to the system, you simply need to navigate to the client button on the menu bar and click the plus button to add a new client. If the user types in the email incorrectly, they will not be able to add a new client, as well as if the necessary fields aren't filled in, the system will not allow them to add a new client. A new client has now been created successfully. On the client's main page, you can search for a client, as well as view and edit a client. So to edit a client, you just click on the edit or view button and then edit whatever information needs to be edited. You click save. And your client's information will be automatically updated. So now if we go view the client, the information is updated. You can also delete a client.
Team 7 has achieved in fixing many of the initial problems Gohvan Construction has faced throughout the old paper-based system, such as automation, user error prevention, digitization, efficiency optimization, company document management, and human resource management. The automation and digitization are focused on generating quotes and invoices to the best accuracy possible. This ensures user error prevention is kept to an all-time low, as minimal interactions with these documents are needed in order to be generated, as there is no need for complex calculations to be done on each quote personally. Efficiency optimization is a central point in the new system, as our system focuses on project management throughout the construction project's lifecycle. The new system also has reduced redundancy in company documentation and created a better understanding of how documents are connected to each other and have more correlation to each construction project. The human resource management has improved, as all employees' personal details as well as their documentation needed for work are all stored in one central point, thus reducing possibilities of missing employee information. And this concludes the system summary that we have completed all the initial problems Gohvan Construction has faced throughout their old and outdated paper-based system.